Today is the 24th day of November 2025. As you all know, there has been stories trending across social media about the demise of the Nollywood actor, Mr. Odera Di 3D, popularly known as Odera Di 3D, as many of you may also know him as Joseph Olonlo. And note that upon his arrival here in South Africa, Odera Di 3D has been going about his engagement here, his activities, his daily routines perfectly well. 2 days ago, he complained of weakness, tiredness, and headache. He was taken to a nearby health facility in Midrand, South Africa, and upon examination, the health personnel there confirmed that his BP was high. It was on a high side, and the medication was administered to him. After a little time, everything became normal again, and he started with his normal routines and activities. Yesterday, being 23rd of November, Odera set out again on his normal daily activities and routines, including engagement with his fans, hangout with friends, as you all can see in all his social media handles, including going to the park. So, at the end of the day, he retired back to his room. And during the early hours of this morning, that's when the devil came calling. And an ambulance was called. Upon the arrival of the ambulance, everything has already gotten out of hand. And he was confirmed dead. He was confirmed dead. So, South African police are doing their job. Forensic department has already been involved in the matter. So his body has been taken for postmortem, and as we await for the autopsy result, join us to pray that Almighty God will accept the soul of Mr. Odera Di 3D and grant his soul eternal rest. Please share this video. Share this video. Share this video. You know, I don't know the problem with most of our people. You know, some serious issues something as serious as somebody's life, not just somebody's life, but a youth full of life, will be making joke of everything. Will be making joke of everything. It is so sad. It is so sad. I appreciate all those people who tried to reach out to me. Yeah, many of them are not just reaching out to me because they want to confirm if it's true about what happened to Odera. Many of them, most of you, were also trying to reach out to me to know if I'm okay. I understand because my inbox was filled up, both WhatsApp, both Messenger, and the phone calls. My both phones, the battery almost went flat. It was terrible. Honestly, I have to be honest with you. It's a very terrible experience. It was so serious that even up till now, Untouchable has never recovered from that shock. Yes, Untouchable has never recovered from that shock. The trauma is so sad. Do you know what it means for you just within a twinkle of an eye? Somebody that you have been moving together with from day one. The excitement was so high. The excitement was so high. Like, well, we are almost beginning to live like brothers. And next minute, the devil just came calling. And just within a twinkle of an eye, one person just got missing like that. Now, people will begin to ask some serious questions. I've seen some people who keep asking, but why call an ambulance? Why not use a taxi? Or why not take him to the hospital? Do you think that this is Nigeria? Do you honestly think that this is Nigeria? Yeah? Do you honestly think that this is Nigeria? The state at which Odera was found, all the taxis that were booked to take him to the hospital, they all declined. They all declined. All the taxis that was booked to take him to the hospital, they all declined. The only option left was to call an ambulance. And before the ambulance could get to that site, he's already gone. But many people choose to play and joke with something as serious as the death of a youth, very vibrant youth, who left home to feed home. It's so sad. So sad indeed. People are beginning to ask some serious questions. Which question are you asking? Which question are you asking? Yeah? Which question are you asking? 3 days ago, it almost happened before my eyes. It almost happened before my eyes. I saw him and I knew he wasn't okay. He was almost moving away from where the excitement was happening. He was almost moving away from where the excitement was happening. You could see him that he wasn't feeling okay. And when I went to him, I asked him, "Are you okay?" He said, "No. I'm feeling weak and tired." I'm feeling weak and tired. I took him to the car and I told him, "Just stretch yourself here a bit." Then he was lying down. Then I covered him with his blanket, with his jacket, and I left. After some times, something in me told me to go back to the car and know if he's okay. And when I went back to the car, he was seated now. When I looked at him, his right chest here was beating. It was beating so fast. And I asked him, what is the problem? Are you okay? He said, no. Ezugo, look at my chest. Look at what is happening to my chest. That was even when I got to know that he has BP. Because he told me himself that he has BP. So that's when I told him, okay, let us go so that you go and check your BP. We now put our heads together. Then we took him to the medical facility where we went there. They checked his BP and his BP was too high. That the man said, if he hasn't come to that place as of that time, we are supposed to have a casualty. That's when they started now administering treatment to him. After that, he was given some medications. And he was told, avoid this, avoid this, avoid this. We left. After like some moment, he became lively again. Everything became okay for him again, even though he was just managing himself. So he started going about. He said, all those people who are saying, but why is he stressing himself? Why is he stressing himself? Or, Ezugo, what of this? Ezugo, what of that? That is one thing I don't understand. That is one thing I don't understand. So, he started going about his normal business. Full of, you could see the videos. You could see the videos. No, Carlos Fernando. Maybe I forgot to come with my handcuff so that I can handcuff an adult of almost 40 years. Yeah? Maybe I forgot to come with my handcuff so that I can handcuff and tie a man that is almost heading to 40 years. I can tie him one place. That is what I could have done. Obviously, I did not do that. Because I don't understand what some people are saying. He hanged out yesterday. Of course, people saw the pictures he was posting all over social media. And many people keep saying that he carried a woman, They saw the picture of the woman that he carried. They started posting, do you even know that that particular woman that you are seeing there on his Facebook wall, that the husband was the one who took that photo? Do you know that that particular woman you saw, Odera posted on his page, do you know that it was the husband that took that photo by himself? Yeah? Do you know that it was the husband that financed that particular movement to the park? Do you know? So, what is all this? It was the husband that financed because they were fans. They were fans who love what he's doing. So, off to the park, everything, everywhere was good. Then from there, I left now. That's when now, Odera left now with, and when we say he left with his friends, somebody will say, what is the names of those friends? Those friends, do they not have names? What difference does it make? What difference does it make? Eh? What difference does it make? his condition was well defined, even though the autopsy, the result of the autopsy will make it more clear. Because tomorrow or next tomorrow, the autopsy is definitely going to come out. So I wonder where all these things are coming from, all these questions, left, right, and center. Yeah? That Odera being an adult, that you are going to force him to sit down. You are going to force him to say, Odera, sit down here, don't go anywhere. That we are going to do. That is exactly what some people expected someone to do. Yeah? So, what people don't know is that in South Africa here, sometimes when it is 5 days already, if you look outside, you will think that it is 7 or 8 o'clock. So he went out, as you can see, people saw when he posted on his they say, why do you allow him to go to club or this? You allow him to go to club or that? Who is going to tie him to a tree and say, please don't go out, don't go anywhere? Who is going to do that? Nobody. After he came back, and by the way, where they went was or is rather about 35 minutes to Pretoria here. He went there with his good friends. In fact, one was his very good friend. In fact, all of them with Untouchable. And they are all celebrities. It's not as if in fact, they are all celebrities. And I can tell you that those people he went out with, Odera is even the least. Odera is even the least when I begin to even grade them. So he was in safe hands. In the morning, that was when the demon came back again. And before help could come, you know South Africa here, once the condition of the patient is helpless, even if that person is your child, once that the condition of that person is helpless, don't take that person yourself to the hospital. That is exactly something that I have just found out in South Africa here. So all the boat that was booked, they all declined, that they are not going anywhere because they have seen his condition and they don't want that casualty or whatever thing to happen. Why in their car? And that was what happened. So the only option available, thank God that in South Africa here, when you call ambulance, an ambulance is like a little distance away from you. And before the ambulance could come there, it is already late. So I don't know why people are trying to make the stories I don't understand out of that. And people keep saying, why is it that Untouchable is not saying anything? Do you even know the condition that Untouchable is in right now? We are practically trying to even manage Untouchable also. Yeah? Because the trauma is too much on him. You don't want to know how close he is to Odera. So the thing also, they embody very well. He has been crying. He has been crying. Yeah, he has been crying. Even when we made him to leave exactly where we were in the morning and come back home, that was the greatest mistake we made, by allowing him to come back home. By allowing him to come back home, then come to the flat to come and stay, the apartment to come and stay himself. Because in this apartment, it's just me, Odera, and Untouchable in one apartment. So he came back, locked up himself, and he was crying from morning till the time we came back. That was the greatest mistake. I know what it took for us to manage to relax him, get him some food he ate, then forced him to go and sleep. And he's even still sleeping till now. So what are you, that you find people like me, speaking like this, does not mean that some other person can manage that tension. Yes, that is the truth. So I think people should allow the young man to recover. People should allow that. Untouchable has not posted on his page for a whole day should be a concern to you. I'm not, why is Untouchable not talking? Do you need the whole Africa to come and talk? Or you think this is about creating content to make money? You think this is all about creating content to make money? Is that what you are thinking? Yeah? Is that what you are thinking? That this is about rushing to come and create content so that he can make money off it? It is very far away from it. So even him needs to get okay. Even him needs to get okay. He needs to get well. So for people who are waiting to hear from him, you will hear from Untouchable. But allow him to get back to his feet. The trauma was just too much, or is rather, just too much on him. So let us not, Odera is a very young guy, very young, active guy, promising young man. That is somebody we have lost. That is somebody we have lost. You should be concerned that we have lost somebody, a legend, a movie legend. And we are busy trying to be mischievous about it. What exactly do you know you want to say? What exactly are you saying? What exactly are you saying? Yeah? This is even one of the, if not the most painful thing. The whole members of the team are yet to recover from this shock. The whole members of the team are yet to recover from this shock. I think it's better we start being nice to each other. All this trying to prove a point out of nothing. Where is it even taking us to? That is a young man that is lying lifeless there. Yeah? Odera's condition is not unknown to people who are very much closer to him. Yes. His condition is not unknown to people who are very closer to him. So to even start apportioning blame or doing this or doing that, the best attention he got, the attention he got here about 3 days ago, was the best. South Africa, at least you know they have quality health care. So he got one of the best attention. This is so sad. This is so sad. If you are trying to make a joke, or you are trying to play a kind of game out of Odera's death, you better stop that. You better stop that. Don't even think of it. Don't even try that. If that is what you are trying to do, don't even try that. Yeah, we have already a very big something in our hands. Yes, we have a very huge something in our hands. It's a huge loss to us all. In case if you don't know, it is a huge loss to us all. In case if you don't know, We are not even talking about Nwago. Yeah? We are not even talking about Nwago. So the highest thing you can do is just to be nice. The highest thing you can do is just to be nice. It's not everything that you play with. It's not everything that you play with. But I think our people are beginning to lose our conscience. We are beginning to lose our conscience. People don't know what to play with anymore and what not to play with. You don't know when people are serious and when people are not serious. Yeah? You don't know when people are serious and when people are not serious. You don't know that this thing, what just happened to Odera is inevitable. It can hit you or anybody closer to you, God forbid. Within, it is inevitable. Nobody wished that. It's not even something, you can only be more wicked. You can only be extremely wicked for you to wish this to your enemy. Yes, I'm saying it. You can only be extremely wicked for you to wish this on your enemy. Anyway, I just thought maybe I should just say a piece of my mind. The ambulance that came to pick Odera is one of the best. If there was any chances for him to be revived, there is no way he could have even, in fact, if there was any life left in him as of the time that ambulance, and what hit him, must have been very, very, very strong. Yes, must have been very, very strong for that thing to leave him in such a condition as of the time he was found. Yes. So for those people who are trying to add salt, to add pepper, to add oil, and to add whatever thing they want to add. I've even seen some people saying he carried woman. Let us even assume that he carried woman. Was he supposed to carry a man? Was he supposed to carry a man? Let us assume that he carried woman. And you were there. You were there to know exactly what happened. You were there. You were with them in that room. That's how come you got to know that he carried woman. Yeah? I don't know where I don't know where we have left our conscience. It is very bad though. It is very bad. It is very bad. Very, very, very bad. Okay, I think I have to go. Yeah, I think I have to go. So like I said, the least thing you can do for us right now is for you to forget even about whatever differences. The least thing you can do for this team right now is to show your love and concern. If you think, if truly that you have ever loved Odera, what you can do at this moment is to show your love and care. Because you don't even know what it is or what it means to us right now. Personally for me, I can't even express how I'm feeling. Personally for me, I can't even express how I'm feeling. But we just have to be strong. Yes, we just have to be strong. Like, do you know what it means when everything was going smooth, everything was going all right, everybody was almost, all of a sudden, it is not something I can even wish my enemy. I've said it before. This is not something I can wish my enemy. Like, the gap is just too obvious. The gap is just too obvious. It is just too noticeable. The gap is just too obvious. Odera is so jovial. You will think that maybe he's just so jovial only on movies, or maybe when he's on set, maybe when he's acting his kid. But I can tell you that what you see, even right from the plane while we were coming, everywhere, yeah, you can feel his presence. You can feel his presence. I think it's time for us to start taking our health seriously. Yeah, I think it's time for us to start taking our health seriously. For us to know that health is wealth. Because this one, it just happened within a twinkle of an eye. Do you know what it means for somebody to tell you, Ezugo, I'm coming back, only for that person not to come back again? Yeah? Do you know what it means for somebody to say, Ezugo, I'm coming back, only for that person not to come back again? Like, at first I failed to understand that until it became the reality. So if you are thinking of making joke out of what is happening, then I'm sorry for you. I'm sorry for you. If you are trying to make a joke out of what has happened, as painful as this thing is, you are trying to make a joke out of it. I'm sorry for you, because even the joke itself will not be funny. Even the joke itself will not be funny. Like I said before, I will be off. I will be off.